You might feel like you need to be fixed. If I was me, like 6 years ago, I would write this off as me being depressed. Right now, I just know that I need a nap or two, right? You can tell by the way I look, maybe. I'm really tired. I haven't slept well in the past few days. Don't let it get you down. A big part of how you experience the world is how you frame things. So if you think you are depressed, you will be depressed. Knowing what you need. In the past, I wouldn't have recognized the feeling I have right now, like exhaustion, as just needing a nap. Because we tend to overcomplicate things today, in this day and age. Everything is a disorder. Everything is a problem, right? Since when is it not possible you just need to eat something and take a nap? Yeah, it might be simpler than you think. It might be about fixing your sleep schedule, which I am doing at the moment, which is also why I'm this tired. Fixing your diet. Eating more eggs, right? Also a question for today. Have you ever felt like you lost yourself? Because that feeling is quite difficult to deal with. Because you're the only one that knows who you were. So there's not really anyone who is there to get you back besides yourself. The thing about losing yourself is recognizing that you're always there. Who's experiencing the feeling of being lost, right? That's still you. And it might be a very disorienting feeling, but it might just be a sign that you're changing, right? Changing into someone new, a better version of yourself. And I know this bullshit about bettering yourself and being your highest self, and it's kind of exhausting sometimes. People talking about, oh, realize your highest self. They'll act like they have found the philosopher's stone and they hold the secrets to the universe. I'll tell you one thing. No one knows the secrets of the universe, because that would make this whole experience really boring. Finding yourself in a situation where you think you've lost yourself is actually very exciting, because that also means you get to find yourself. Maybe find a new part of yourself. And this experience shouldn't be easy. It can't be easy, because you, the eternal, the unchanging you, has to face the changing, the worldly, the material. And it's two separate things, and you need to integrate them, right? The unchanging in you, which is somewhere, will always be there. There will always be the silent watcher, whatever happens. So that's also the thing with depression. We view it as a very dramatic experience. My experience with depression was mostly, a lot of my dramatic experience with depression was mostly because professionals put a lot of weight on it. People will put labels on you, right? They'll say you're depressed, you can't sleep, you need this medicine. And somewhere along the line, you might feel like you need to be fixed. Like there's something wrong with you. And it's quite the opposite, because feelings that come with depression, it's trying to force you inside. It's a season of internalizing. Finding inside you parts that you've maybe neglected. Season of isolation. What you'll hear people say that are depressed, most used lines of thought in a state of depression is no one understands me, which reinforces the isolation, but also holds a kind of truth, because there's no way anyone will ever fully understand you. And because you cannot face it, you'll feel alone. And that's exactly what you need to be to find peace being with yourself. You need to be alone and maybe not have a good time for a while to realize you can have a good time while you're alone. The moment you realize that and you feel that, which is a very important thing, to feel safe with yourself, is the moment you empower yourself and take back control. Depression is a state of suffering, of course. It's a chaotic state, a state of preparation for change, I would say. And if you do it well, it sounds a bit weird, but if you rest well, you take your time to know yourself in your suffering, you will lay a foundation that will guide you through other hardships. Because whatever challenges you face, you will now have the company of yourself, the unchanging, the rock, the eye of the storm, which all sounds very poetic, and that might be exactly what you need. So don't be afraid of negative feelings, feeling alone, isolating yourself. And then again, don't feel too much pity, right? Feelings are meant to be felt. Feel alone so you can be alone with yourself. For me, those feelings appear in my stomach. They can be very sinking feelings, right? They pull you down. And if you can be there with yourself, like you are there with a child, say they are sad or hurt, they just need support for you to be there. You can see yourself as a child in that moment. All you need is the attention, the awareness of the feeling, feeling it, and you'll see that that's not the end. You might be changing, but you are also the unchanging. You are the observer of the feelings. So because I went through a lot when I was younger, a lot of hardships right now feel like they are nothing. And maybe you are in the midst of an existential crisis and a deep depression. It will get better. This too shall pass, and it will make you stronger.